Hello my skincare babe. So today I am going to be doing a Nuface treatment whilst talking to you guys, a discussion, because I feel like society is obsessed with striking jawlines, sharp jawlines, and I myself have kind of been in this thing where I'm like, I want that. But there's some things to be discussed behind that. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video whilst I am doing my Nuface, because like I said, I did kind of get drawn into that, and I purchased this at least 2-3 years ago. Has not had enough use. But yeah, if you're new here, my name is Kasia. I create content around my skin and acne, pigmentation, as well as discussions about society and beauty standards and what is realistic and what isn't. So we're just going to get straight into it really. So the Nuface does come with a serum, or I believe you can normally buy them together as a bundle, but the Nuface has its own hyaluronic acid serum that is designed to penetrate better. It's supposed to help microcurrents reach the deeper layers of the skin, but I'm out of that gel primer thing, so I'm going to use just hyaluronic acid. This is a hyaluronic acid booster by Superdrug, their own brand. Basically, I do want the hyaluronic acid on my face, and I'm going to be applying a lot of this, by the way. So even with the Nuface gel, the thing that I found when using the Nuface device is that you really have to focus on the area that you're working on, because otherwise the gel just absorbs into the skin and then you have to apply more. So really focus where you're working on and then apply more. So I'm going to use that hyaluronic acid booster as well as the Good Molecules hyaluronic acid. You can use one from The Ordinary. They're all very similar. And then I'm going to use the Avène Thermal Spring Water to just keep applying that slip. Just the hyaluronic acid alone has given me more of a glow. So I did have a shower, clearly, but I didn't cleanse my face. And we're just gonna start, because I don't want to ramble. So I am gonna go for the third setting, which is the strongest. And without any serum or slip or anything, you do feed it, like zap you a little. It also can like zap you on hairs, so be careful around your brows or your hairline. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of focus on the jawline and then up here. Let's go. So that's the sound of it starting, and then it like beeps when you should move on. So you can kind of contour like this, or you can also go upwards, but I think it's really good to just like get under there like this. None of this hurts at all, but without the slip you definitely feel more of a zap. I did mention this in a video where I said that I used it on my mum and we saw results, so I was like, okay, this is actually doing something. But personally I haven't, because I've not been using it. I don't have those like really deeper fine lines and wrinkles. So for her, I found that it was quite temporary results. It was good. It just helped her forehead. She just looked more fresh and youthful, and they were like the tiniest bit less off it. Subtly it was less obvious. So I felt like that would be really good for an event, just to tighten up the skin and look a bit more fresh faced. Anyway, I kind of want to talk about society's obsession with this sharp jawline, which we see everywhere. So I genetically have a bit more of a rounder face. Also, considering my age, I'm late 20s, it's only when you get older that your skin starts to lose that volume. So I still have the volume in the cheeks, and that is what is going to keep me looking young and healthy to an extent, because sometimes the gaunt look, when you've lost that plumpness, can make you look very old, or sometimes even ill if we're talking very gaunt. But for me, sometimes in images, my face is literally just like very puffy, very, like, I know I have a round face, but it's also like it gets very puffy, obviously water retention, if I've had too much sodium, all this stuff that goes into it. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, that is literally the moon emoji. And obviously with pictures, it really depends on the angle, and sometimes they don't look like that in real life, but then the image kind of does, because cameras sometimes just don't look as good. Let's do the forehead. By the way, around the eye area, you kind of want to be careful. And you do get like little flashy things, you know that there is microcurrent going on, because it just don't go over the eyes or anything. Like the most I do is about here. So it's funny, because for me, I know it's genetic, because I obviously know what my mom's face looks like, and also my sister's face, and we just have a bit more sort of fat, because it is fat, around our jawline area, our jowl I think it's called. And with that, we just hold on to fat here. Even when I am slimmer, my face still has like the fat, like you can see it, like, and that's normal. I'm not saying that that's abnormal or anything. I'm saying it's genetic and that's my face. But what I see with like Ariana Grande and all these singers and people, you know, A-list superstars, all have this like super sharp jawline. Okay, I'm just gonna take that off because I can't use the Nuface and talk and think at the same time. It's actually crazy. We're gonna go in with some more hyaluronic acid just to lock it all in. And I saw like a post or a meme, I don't know what it was, but it's basically saying about how Rihanna has obviously got thicker over the years and also recently having a baby, like she is curvilicious. And with that, her jawline has become more plump, like it would, like natural. If the fat doesn't just go to body, your face is also part of it. Like I said, unless you're genetically blessed and you really don't hold fat in that area, which does exist, I'm not ignoring that. But that just shows you that that is natural weight gain and that is where you can hold fat in your face naturally. People were sort of saying like, oh, is this gonna make chubby faces a thing? And people were saying like, oh, I think the argument on Twitter was like, oh, why do you have to wait for things to become a thing or to be trendy in order to be accepted? And I get that, I'm totally with that, like especially with acne and things, why do you have to wait for things to be accepted in order for you to accept them, if that makes sense? But that's kind of how our society is. Like we can't just, it's design, there's so many design flaws basically. But alongside Rihanna, they also had a picture of Beyonce, who is also a thicker woman, like especially compared to what they were in like their 20s. And we also have to, oh my gosh, this thing is so annoying, I need to cut it out. I've got, this is a new towel for making my but you know, we're talking about the noughties where skinny was really in. And if you watch movies of that era, some of the jokes and some of the things said in films are like problematic with regards to food and eating and body size and body, just so bad. So I can only imagine the pressure that they used to have as superstars as well, and trying to be up and coming to be as skinny as possible. Even then, Beyonce still had her curves and everything. And also, again, genetics plays a part. We're not here to body shame anybody. Oh my goodness, this towel, let me redo it. Okay, that Nuface session was cut short because I clearly can't multitask with that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna carry on with my skincare. I'm gonna do my eye gel and then my serum. So, what was I saying? Not only having a round face, but also me then having like puffiness, or you know, when I've got that water retention, I just don't like the way it looks. And I don't know, I do feel personally that's a big part because I feel I'm supposed to look completely snatched all the time in order to look amazing, which just isn't the case. But yeah, I'm definitely shifting away from that way of thinking because I realised that this is my natural face, it keeps me young and it's beautiful and it really does not need that sharp jawline. But in the past, my younger self was considering like Kybella, which is like an injection where you can dissolve this fat. I'm sure a lot of celebrities that you are seeing with those striking jawlines, especially the ones that never used to have jawlines like that, have definitely had work done. They've definitely had those injections, and then I am here trying to be like, oh, I wish I had that. This is a little serum from Is Clinical. It was, it's a sample size given to me. I'm really enjoying this. I think it might be something I purchased, although it's expensive. It's pharmaceutical grade serum, but I'm really liking it. Oh, dangerous. So I was thinking in my head, like, okay, this obviously differs from place to place. Like, in Asia, sometimes the rounder face is much more accepted, but then I also see these surgeries where that are very popular in, I think, Korea or Japan, where you get like a V-shaped face and you get your jawline work done that way. I almost feel like the jawline can determine an aesthetic. Like, for example, the rounder is more baby face, more doll-like Selena Gomez. I mean, remember the controversy where she was in a magazine and she looked like a child? And it was obviously a whole issue because was the magazine trying to make her look like a child? She obviously has quite a baby face, so doing that makeup and that clothing or whatever is not going to help her look her age. And that round face is associated with cutesy, doll-like kind of look. And then the more sharp jawline is associated with that kind of model aesthetic, a bit more sexy, or just like
homeboy's gonna like get it.
So as always, I wanted to open this discussion and see what you think. What kind of jawline do you have? How much do you care? I don't know. And yeah, I kind of was a bit obsessed with it and really wanted that sharp jawline, and also thought like, oh my gosh, if I could get my like body fat percentage down. But then it's like, no, I like the way my body is and where my fat, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna use the Heliocare gel oil-free. This is brand new, I've not tried this before. I will do a short on it, but you are getting first impressions here live. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I was supposed to shake this. Okay, I thought I bought a translucent one. Oh dear. First impressions, I like it. It goes on really nice. SPF 50, broad spectrum, dry touch. That was quick, but I like it. Should I show you in the sunlight? I really didn't want to make this video long. I just wanted to have a brief discussion and just, what do you think? Because I really feel like that sharp jawline is still something that people really want. Like these kind of devices like the Nuface still kind of market to that, to getting that sharpness and tightness in the face, which is literally why I bought this. Anyway, thank you for watching guys, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a like, comment down below. I really want to know your opinion and what you think. I don't want to make it long, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.